Hey traders, this is our week in review update for our trading week in our live trading room of July the 11th, 2022. All right, so let's get into it. This is a late update. Right after this, I'm going to be putting up our trading review results for last week, which would be the week of July 18th. This is our results from the week of July 11th. I just didn't get it done over the weekend there, and those of you that are in our trading room know why. Kind of bummed out over the weekend. As I think most of you know, I'm just a one-man show here. I'm not a business. I'm not some big trading marketing firm or anything like that. I'm just an individual trader out here trading and throwing up my trades and sharing them with you guys. And I take a lot of pride in the work that I put into building the trades and the education that goes behind them. We had a situation 2 weeks ago where one of our full paid members, he was in all three of our programs with annual subscriptions, active member in the chat room. I had had many personal conversations with him over the years, just about things beyond trading, personal hopes, wishes, wants, dreams, desires, things like that. Thought we had a pretty good relationship. Well, it turns out that he had been, since September of last year, just copying and pasting all of my research and work, all of my trades, all of my strategies, and all of our results here, and had put them into a paid subscription service that he had started up. So basically just theft. And it just kind of broke my heart, really. I think beyond trading, I'm a big believer in karma and just trying to be a good human being. I think at the end of the day, nobody is going to judge us by our trading results. They're going to judge us by what kind of a human being we are. So I was a little bummed out, and I just didn't touch the computer that weekend. But I do need to get you guys caught up with our results. So these are the results for the week of July the 11th. Let's go ahead and get into them. It was a good week. We had a good week, but man, it was tough. And a lot of our results that I'm going to go through with you here today, they don't show up until next week because we had a couple of trades that we needed to roll. So it was a challenging week in that we had to really put our work in. Sometimes you just throw a trade on and it works and you make a bunch of money and you seem like a genius and the money's just stacking up. And other times you just really, really have to work for it. But I think that it's weeks like this that really show the mettle of you as a trader and your strategies and your approaches. Does your approach really hold water when things get tough? So anyway, a lot of trades this week. There's going to be a lot of trades going forward as we've added a couple new strategies to our mix. We'll get into those. But 25 total trades that we took this week in the trading room. We did a 0 DTE that turned out beautiful. Nice start to the day, 11,000 of buying power, almost $1,000 of profit. Our 4 DTE SPY trade, we ended up needing to roll that. You'll notice I have a little bit more buying power in that SPY trade because we did end up during this week needing to roll it to next week. So you'll see that profit. It did end up in a profit. But this was a roll trade. This was a trade that we've already rolled and it ended up expiring. So you'll see that it wasn't, generally we're looking for a 10% return potential on our 4 DTE trades. This one was a little light on that aspect because we did add buying power to the trade as we rolled it, but it ended up being a profit. So it served its purpose. Our IWM credit strangle was just beautiful as always, looking to get 1% a week, 4% a month. 48 to 50% a year. We're on track this year for an annualized return of about 60% on that. It's been a great consistent trade for us. Our 4 DTE trade, we did not need to roll that, and that ended up being a really nice result, $102 profit on an $1,100 investment. We did have a pairs trade that lasted a sum total of a couple days with RL and Levi. And so, you know, the good and the bad of that is that we made a quick profit, really nice percentage return there. You can see about a 5% percentage return on the trade in just a couple days. The bad of it, obviously, is we couldn't get much buying power committed to that trade because it came and went so fast, but it was still a nice trade. And then we did a 1 DTE, an overnight trade, 1 day to expiration, overnight futures contract trade on the E-minis, $3,800 in on that, $200 profit out of that the next day. So about $1,400 profit for our Monday trades. Tuesday, we had a loss. We took a loss on our 0 DTE. We haven't had too many of these, but we've had a couple here in quick succession. And, you know, one loss is just here and there. It is kind of just par for the course. But when you get a couple of them stacked on top of each other, it creates, obviously, a little bit bigger hole that you have to dig out of. So we did take a loss on our 0 DTE on Tuesday. In our scalping room, I had a really good week. This week, the week of July the 11th, I switched over to the NQ, either the micros or the minis. But the NASDAQ has had a little bit better movement, a little bit better candle size lately, and that has shown here in our trading about $1,400 in the scalping. Buying power wise, $240 profit out. And then we started a buy to close, sell to open trade. So that's what BCSO refers to, buy to close, sell to open. The SSO is what we're trading there. And if you haven't seen that strategy yet, we do have a video up on the YouTube channel on that. So check that out if you'd like. But it's going to be about $2,200, $2,300 buying power every single day. It's an overnight trade put into that. Started it off with a bang of a $138 loss, but these are day trades. Well, they're not day trades. They don't count as a day trade. We buy the position at the close, and then we sell it at the open of the next day. So started that off with a loss. So about $4,700, almost $5,000 down on the day on Tuesday. So that obviously put us in a hole for the week. And we had a great week, I think, all things being equal. We dug out of it, but again, it's not nice to start off in a hole like that. Wednesday was really busy. We had a very nice oil trade with the futures contract, $1,300, $152 profit. We did a lot of 0 DTEs. We did a 0 DTE on the E-mini futures, on the NASDAQ futures, and on the SPX index. And all of those resulted in a profit. It was a nice day for our 0 DTE effort. We did buy one teeny tiny long MES call for $150, booked a nice profit on that percentage wise. And then again, our buy to close, sell to open, going to be throwing about $2,300 every day into that trade. Another loss on that. So 2 losses in a row to start this one out of $136. But net result on the day was about $1,800 of profit. Thursday, we had a put spread. Now, I have a short E-mini futures contract that I've been carrying for a while here, and I've been cash flowing that every single day, or starting here to cash flow that. So it's a little bit of a misnomer here, or a little bit harder, I guess, maybe to equate this to maybe what you as an individual would have, because it didn't take any buying power for me to cover that. So it's obviously hard to figure out, calculate the return on something that you don't have to put any money up for. But it was a $310 profit there. We did have a nice 0 DT on the SPX that you won't see the profit on this one until next week's review, because we did need to roll this. So we did roll this 0 DTE out. So you'll see those results coming here. So I'm not counting those profits in this day's result. MES long call, again, it didn't require any buying power for me. $35 profit on that. Scalping was a great day again in the NASDAQ, $400 of profit there. And then our buy to close sell open finally breaks into a first profitable day, $35. And so up about 800 overall for the day. Again, not counting that 0DTE SPX that we rolled. Friday, we did have an ES put again. No buying power required on my part, brought in about $565. I've been trying to generate about $300 to $900 of cash flow a day on that short E-mini position. And sometimes you can book it all, sometimes we don't. But $565 profit on that today. Our buy to close sell to open position had another profitable day, $86. And then our 0DTE, which we have now rolled twice. So we rolled it. This would be our second roll here from Thursday to Friday. And then today from Friday to Monday, we rolled it. So you can see that, I started off approximately with about $7,000 in this trade, buying power wise, up to about $20,000 in buying power there. So you'll see again the results of that trade on next week's analyses. But it did result in a very nice profit for us. Net result for the day, $651. So I'm still going. I've got my my happy, my depressed, and my so-so faces that I post every week. I'm going with the happy face this week because all things being said and done, we did result in a net profit of the week. It's not very much, not a big net profit on the week, but that is not counting two of our trades that we rolled into the next week that ended up being nicely profitable trades. Good rolls in that the profit on those rolls was actually greater than what the original potential profit was. And that's one of the ways that we determine whether it was a good roll or not, is if you're actually increasing your profit potential rather than decreasing it. But nevertheless, a lot of work for the week. $20,000 maximum buying power deployed, about $5,000 average buying power deployed. But again, we've got lots of rolled trades here that ended up in the profits for next week. So all in all, I'm going to call it a victory for the week, guys, because we did have to put in a lot of work for that. And when you can absorb almost a $5,000 loss and still come out profitable, I think it's a good week. But anyway, just to give you a review of where we're at overall here on our trades, let me kind of go through this with you. So for 0DTE trades, we've had 85 trading opportunities this year. We've done 135 of those trades. We have had 129 winners and 5 losers with 1 rolled trade. That will be reflected as a winner for next week. Remember again that we do video. We do a live Zoom feed on our 0DTE days, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and we do record that whole trading session. So if you are in the trading room, you just go to our trade only chat channel, go to the very top and hit the pin, and you can pull down a list of all of those that you can access. So review those because there's a lot of good training in there. Our 4DTE trades on the SPYs and the Qs, both of those were profitable for us with 92 wins, 7 losses on since inception there. Our IWM credit strangled. Just again, we call it the millionaire maker. Again, there's no guarantees in trading. You never know what's going to happen in the future, but we are on track for about a 60% annualized rate of return on this trade. We haven't had a single loser so far this year on that trade, and $12,000 compounded at about 50% a year annualized return gives you about $1 million in 9 years. So it's really been a good trade for us. It's one of our go-to trades, obviously, with the results that we're having. Pairs trades, we haven't been able to commit a lot of capital to these trades, but the strategy itself has proven to be an absolute winner. Obviously, 21 total trades, every single one of them this year has been a winner. Our bear market trades, it's interesting. It's getting tougher for us now to find bear market trading opportunities as the market has come down. Valuations have come down with it. And so you would think, with the market in a bear market, it would be great times to find bear market trades. It's been tougher to find some of those. but everything has its day and everything ebbs and flows. And I think this trade will come back into vogue here in a little bit as we find higher valuations. Our Tuesday, Thursday, 0 DTE days, where we start off with a butterfly. That was the day that we had our big loser this week. And so of 19 total trades that we've made, we've got 17 that are winners, one that's a loser. That was the one that we recorded this week. And then one of our rolled trades, our 0 DTs this week, was also one of our Tuesday, Thursday days. So recorded a loss for the week this week. We knew we were going to get a loser in here at some point, but it unfortunately happened sooner rather than later. Scalping was a good week for us. That should be a profit right there, $240 profit. Pretty solid week overall for scalping. No new dragonflies or double diagonals. We will add in our next week's video review, we'll add another positive Vega trade. I'm going to be putting up a training video on those, and I think you'll like that idea. It's a new trade to our trading room, and we'll update the results here probably monthly. We'll end up having probably, it's a ladder trade, so we'll end up having 2 to 5 of these on at any given time, and it should be a really, really nice trade. I'm hoping at least that it will pair up fairly nicely with the return, with the overall results of our IWM trade, just in terms of consistency of winners and approximate rate of return potential as well. Same thing with our SSO trade, our buy to close, sell to open trade. We do those every single day, so we'll have 20 results a month to look at, and we will look at those numbers on a monthly basis. Our asymmetric trading system, I continue to just be absolutely thrilled with that program. Obviously, the market has been tanking, and this account has just been holding its own or going up. And it's just been a fabulous, fabulous place to have my money in a time of sort of crisis like we have had so far this year. It's just been awesome. I'm going to do a more detailed update for you guys. I know that it's been probably since February of this year that we've done a really detailed update, but we'll catch you up on all of the numbers with the AST program here at the end of this month. So about 5 days, we'll get you caught up on that. But just been absolutely awesome. If you are interested in being a part of our live trading room, we do have an absolute no risk guarantee, okay? I want you to prove to yourself that this is life-changing, and well, heck, if it isn't, we'll not only give you your money back, we'll give you double your money back of your first month's subscription. So we give you a free week's access. There's no charge to get that free week. Check us out. If you like it, you can sign up for 1 month and give it a go. And if you don't feel like it really was something that was amazing, that you haven't seen before, opportunities to trade that you weren't familiar with before, which is what it should be. It should be somewhere you're like, wow, I've never seen these trading ideas before. We'll give you double your money back. So I'll leave the details for you with that in the description box below. Otherwise, guys, hope to see you in the trading room soon, and I'll get working right now on last week, July the 18th updates, and get that over to you in just an hour or so.